how. Did we already do it? Stop streaming, stop recording. Apparently I'm live. Hi, this is On Imagination with a Healing Garden, and welcome to Shifting Perspectives. This is what I call getting out of my comfort zone, and I don't like it. So, I'm on my desktop, not my laptop. See my little computer over there? That's usually where I sit. I'm expanding. And I actually do like this camera better. And I do like the position better. And my son is like, Mom, why aren't you broadcasting on your desktop, on OBS? And I'm going, because I don't like change. And that's literally it. I just don't like change. So, all right. Comfort zones. So comfort zones stifle growth. They really do. Because we get too comfortable and then we don't have to grow because we're comfortable. And then we realize our subconscious mind basically goes, oh, look at that, energy preserve, woo-hoo! And then we're suddenly stuck doing routine and the same thing all the time. And this is really the death sentence of human growth. Right there in that sweet spot when your subconscious mind prioritizes energy preserve more than growth. Because that's really what this is. Energy preserve. Most of us are too tired because of the jobs we have, because of all the shit we have to do, because of all the expectations, because it is exhausting trying to be something we are not, and maintaining a delusion is exhausting. So a lot of people end up producing a lot of energy, expending a lot of energy on things like delusions and masks and doing things without pleasure. And then they end up falling into a comfort zone, and that's where familiarity works against them. Once you become aware of all of this machination, it's a lot easier to break out of it because you know what you're dealing with. It's like a prisoner who thinks he's living in a hotel room in this massive resort, and it's draining and it's exhausting, and you don't understand why. And then someone comes along and says, you're not actually in a hotel room. You are building the delusion of a hotel room, and that's why you're so tired. Look at the mirror of truth, Don Quixote. And that's when the individual realizes they were never in a hotel room. They were in a prison. And it was an exorbitant amount of energy to realize that you were building the delusion of a luxury hotel room when in fact you were in a prison. And as soon as you make that shift, you have the ability to step back from that delusion and actually deal with your reality. And once you realize the reality before you, it changes everything. It changes the game. Because you stop putting energy into the delusion and you start putting that energy instead into the change that you want to make to create a better reality. When you create that better reality, you have a massive amount of energy left over. So you no longer have to build a delusion. The delusion is you. Not actually the world around you. It's you. You are the delusion. The perspective is the delusion. It's 100% inside of you. It's your mindset. Which brings me to what it is I actually do. It's mindset coaching in a way, but I'd hate the word coaching because that's not what I do. Coach, every time I hear the word coach, I think of a dude wearing gym shorts and a whistle. Like, I'm sorry, that's what I see. Every time someone calls me a coach, do I look like I'm wearing gym shorts and a whistle? Don't call me a coach. I'm not sitting there going, come on, you got this, you got that. I'm not doing that. Don't call me a coach. That's your word, and I don't know who came up with it, but I am not a coach. I'm a philosopher. We do things differently than coaches. I can do the pep talk thing and the whole motivational thing, but that's not what I am or who no, don't call me a coach. I'm a philosopher. Our technique is different. There, I said it. The technique is very different. I am not a coach. That offends me because it's not my name. Now, so I am a mindset philosopher. I like that. I am not a mindset coach. I am a mindset philosopher. Bottom line. Ooh, that's it. That's it. Those are my words. Those are my words. I love my name. Yes. When you get the right name, when you get the right everything, it's just like you can wear it like a glove. It's like, that's me. Yes, I am a mindset philosopher. That is what I am. I am not a mindset coach. I'm at a point when there's business to business sales, and when they contact me and they're like, so you're a coach. Who told you that? Where did you think I am a coach? You show me my marketing that says I'm a coach. And they can't. They're assuming. And I'm like, if you actually read anything on my information, I say many times, I am not a coach. I am a philosopher. So why aren't you doing research on people you're contacting? I love making asses of people who don't do their research before selling to me. It's like a hobby of mine. So that's really what I do. I talk about philosophy, the mindset. I'm a mindset philosopher there. And this is all abstract. Like, this is the abstract world. That is my passion. That is my life, is the abstract world. So, I'm still trying to get used to this. I have what is this? What inch monitor is this? 27. It's a 27-inch monitor. I don't know what's wrong with my brain, but I always invert numbers. I was thinking 72, and I'm like, that's not right, because 72 is like earlier. No, this is a 27-inch monitor. I'm on an Apple Mac, and I'm like, whereas I got my little itty-bitty thing over there. So it's definitely changed. I'm a Taurus, which means I really don't like change. I like to get my comfort zone. I like to build my cozy space. I like to enable it in exactly the way I like it to all be. And then I like to sink down into it and be like, yes, this makes me happy. I am happy. So, this is very abstract for me, and I'm just kind of adapting. Daniel, I think the cat needs to use the bathroom. She's going to need to go in there. He is going to need to go in there. I just realized that's like the third time he's gone to that door, and I'm like, wait, that's where the cat box is. So he might need to use the bathroom. He not needs to use the cat box. So, all right. So comfort zones. How do I find out how long I've been streaming? Because I need to check my time. 8 minutes.
Yeah, it says it down there.
Yeah, this is me just practicing being uncomfortable. I got to practice being uncomfortable. All right. I have a D&D game tonight. I'm so excited. I am so excited. And I'm probably going to do one more script run through. I do backstory. Oh my God, I love script writing. And it's weird because script writing is definitely outside of my comfort zone, but it's okay. We're going to examine this because there's two types of comfort zones. Well, there's my comfort zone, and writing books is my comfort zone. Writing scripts is like, I don't know what I'm doing. And then there's, I want to do that comfort zone or growth zone. I don't want to do that growth zone. So the tech thing, and my son's like, what's wrong with it? And I'm like, I am afraid of change. And he's like, well, what do you mean afraid of change? It's the same thing. It's, I don't like change. To be more precise, there are obstacles over there. And I said, there are no obstacles over there. I don't like obstacles. Let's talk about that. An aversion to obstacles. I don't like obstacles. I don't like them. I fucking hate obstacles. And I think that's really where we're not getting a lot of this information into. I think that's the disconnect, is we say we don't like change. We say we're afraid of the unknown. What really is, though, is it really just an annoyance for obstacles? I don't like obstacles. I don't like problems. And it's not a problem, it's just an obstacle. I can get on my computer, on my little computer over there, and I can just go. And it's done. The pictures are all where they need to be. Everything is set up. I don't have to think. It's smooth. There are very few obstacles. On this setup, there's a lot of obstacles because I haven't solved a lot of the problems. So whenever I get onto one of these, there's learning curves, there's learning processes, there's getting used to new things, there's learning. And I'm just like, I don't want to learn, I want to do. For instance, I don't have any of my graphics set up. So I got to figure out now how to get all of my graphics from that Apple computer over to this Apple computer. And I'm going, shit, and I don't know how. Now, I could just go to Canva and download all of my graphics. Now we're looking at time. Now I'm looking at having to figure out how to organize all of my graphics on this computer. And that, which actually gives me a clean slate because my graphics on that computer are so disorganized, it takes me like 10 minutes sometimes to find a single graphic, which is frustrating. So I really just need to embrace this. I really need to just embrace this, and it's difficult. It's very difficult. But I feel like I have more space. I do have more space. This isn't, I feel like. Over there, I'm in a cubby. You can see it. I'm in a cubby. So over here, I have a lot more space. So I feel like I can like move. And because the camera is so much larger, there's more of me. So I'm like, yes, I can perform a lot. Yes, I feel great. Yeah, and it's more detailed. The quality of the camera is also better, much better. I definitely want my blankie. I want my blankie. That's a huge part of it, is I want my blankie. Daniel, oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, I got my blankie. Yeah, there you go, there you go. I feel better. I feel better already. I want my blankie. I want my blankie. Yeah, yeah. I think that's part of it is I just need to get cozy and turn it into, I need to nest. I need to nest. And then I will most likely, I will be doing recording from here as opposed to over there, which means I'm going to have to clean up my desk. Don't look at my work mess. That's my workspace. Don't look at my workspace.
I was going to say, you could also get the chair from your room to replace the kitchen chair from there.
No, I'm comfortable with this chair. No, that's perfectly fine. So yeah, it's definitely a lot smaller workspace. The desk is much smaller as opposed to the kitchen table. So that'll be nice. Yeah. And I'm like right there in front of my pictures of New York City. I have like this massive, I got this triptych of the Empire State Building. Are those supposed to be there? I feel like it's backwards. I feel like it's supposed to be Chrysler Building first and then the Empire State. But I got the Brooklyn Bridge in the middle. So I've got like the Empire State Building, Brooklyn Bridge, and then I've got the Chrysler Building. So I've got this gorgeous New York City triptych that's happening, which is nice. And that's what I stare at when I like stare off. That's one of the things. And then I got my birds over there. Now I'm going to be staring at my birds over there. I can't stare at my birds anymore. So yeah, it's definitely different. There's going to be adjustment and learning. I've been on this massive business and exploring the business mindset because I am like this deep into business right now where I'm going, okay, let's shift this from an educational platform, and it is a solid educational platform, but it's also entertainment meets education, and I'm merging them. And when I started, it was solid education. And the more I get into this, the more the universe is like telling me, I've got this urge, my intuition is saying, you know what I really need to do is take all the rest of me, all of my imagination and all of my theater and put it into the education. Because when you merge the two, it's like this gorgeous learning cocktail that most people don't access. And that's something where, you know, and that's it. I'm going to talk about that because this is really a big me resisting. This is my resistance, is when I said psychologist, and then I look at all of these psychologists, they're boring. I'm sorry, they're boring. They're all wearing suits. They're all wearing bras. And they're all professional. And it's one of the things I love about me, is I look like this. I'm in my pajamas 99% of the time. I bring my psychology brain to you in my pajamas. And hey, it's authentic. And my hair is not combed, ever. Like, this is me combing my hair. And this is my bedhead. I get up, and I don't have coffee in me. And I'm going, I'm on YouTube now. I got no makeup, because I'm not a makeup person. And I'm like, so fucking not professional. And I'm swearing. Oh my God, my swearing. I'm in Brooklyn. I'm a New Yorker. And I just went through 40 years of fucking hell. I said it in broken. If I try and censor myself, I can't be authentic with you. If I try and censor myself, I will be more focused on my filter than on what I have to say. Boom, there it is. If I am censoring myself, if I am focused on not being authentic, then my quality goes down because I'm going to be more focused on making sure I don't offend somebody than telling you the truth. When you prioritize a mask over truth, lying is normal. I have a problem with lying. I have a problem when I lie. Personally, I don't give a shit if other people lie. I'm 100% understanding on lying. Lying, it amazes me. Oh, I got to get into the psychology of lying. Oh my God, do I have an interesting psychology? So I don't think I've ever actually talked about this. I haven't. I talk about it in real life. I never talk about it on YouTube. So here it is. I have no problems with lying. I get it. It's a survival tool. And if somebody is lying to you, it's because you are not giving them a psychologically safe place. In most cases, when someone is lying to you, you have failed them. The problem is you. They are lying because of you. If you give them a psychologically safe place, they're going to be honest with you. In some cases, they're going to be too honest. I give people psychologically safe places all the time. Almost no one lies to me because I give them psychologically safe places. That's how I ended up hearing shit I never wanted to hear. That's how I learned a lot about horribly bad people. And that's why so many strangers open up to me, is because I exude psychological safety. They know they're not going to get any judgment from me. So now you really have to have boundaries, by the way. If you are going to be psychologically safe for people, you've got to have boundaries, because people will immediately sense your psychological safety and they will vomit all of their dirty secrets to you. And they will get into significantly horrible detail. So you have to have boundaries to go, excuse you. And mine is animal abuse. Not a word, not a fucking word about it. Cannot hear it. Because if you want to start doing that, I have stories that will make you sick. So we're not going to do that. We don't do that. Animal abuse is off limits for me to talk about. I don't want to hear it, and I'm not going to tell you mine. That's just something I don't need to hear about. So that is like a prime example of the shit. That it's just, because as soon as people start telling me about their animal abuse, I remember. And then reciprocation, the psychology of reciprocation. This is really important. This is really important. The psychology of reciprocation works like this. You share something of me, I share something of you. So people tell me about their animal abuse, and instantly I start telling you about what I've seen. And mine will always surpass yours. You don't want to go there. So I have to be on top of my game to always be like, nope, 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 we're not doing animal abuse. You cannot talk about it with me, because my subconscious mind will immediately jump in and go, oh, that's your story, let me tell you mine. And you don't want mine. So we don't talk about animal abuse with Anna. Not at all. We don't go there. Now, that being said, I have no problems with lying, because you got to give people a psychologically safe place. Once they know that they are psychologically safe, they'll be honest with you. Now, you've got some people who are so horribly abused, truly, truly, poor them, that they will lie no matter what. And that's not a reflection of you. That is their defense mechanism. Lying is a tool to keep you safe, because they were raised in a place where it was not safe for them to ever tell the truth. I really feel bad for people who lie. And they have all the forgiveness and all the room in the world to be allowed to lie. Interesting, isn't it? Here's the funny thing. This is the flip side of that. If you get angry at someone for lying, you reinforce that they are not psychologically safe to tell the truth. So, if you want someone to not lie to you, don't make it a rule. Make it safe. Make it 100% psychologically safe for them to lie. And once they realize that it's safe to lie and safe to tell the truth, they will tell you the truth, because they really want to tell you the truth. But their survival skill is telling them it's not safe, it's not safe, it's not safe. So if you want to make someone feel safe enough to be honest with you, make it safe enough for them to lie to you. Psychological safety, a very powerful tool. So Lying is allowed with me, 100%. My children have never been punished for lying. Not by me. By my ex-husband, but not by me. And as a result, my children have never lied to me. Well, they have. And I know about it. And it's fine. And then they come back later and say, yeah, I lied. Okay, that's all right. I understand. And I do. I understand why they lie. Because they did not feel safe enough to be honest. Or I'd watch, this is funny, I'd watch them lie to him, and then they'd come to me and tell me the truth. And I'm like, I get it. And I would keep their truth for them. So yeah, make it a psychologically safe place, and people will tell you the truth. And when they lie, they will then turn around and confess because they really want to tell you the truth. But you truly have to make it not consequential. You really, truly have to make it non-consequential. So yeah, I have like no problems with lying. It makes perfect sense to me. It's a fantastic tool to keep you safe in an environment where you're not psychologically safe to be honest. And let's be honest, no one is allowed to be honest. That's what inauthenticity is. It's a lie. It's a mask. Everyone lies. House said it. Everyone lies. Everyone lies because we are in a society that does not allow truth. Boom, there it is. That's my thing. Boom, there it is. When you live in a society where it's not safe to be honest, so you have to always wear a mask, why are we cutting threads and why are we haggling over which lies we're allowed to tell? No. Wonderland's nonsense. I'm not going to listen to Wonderland's nonsense anymore. Doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, part of authenticity is pure honesty all the time, no matter what. The best thing about Authenticity City is when you are so fucking raw honest, and everyone is. Criminals don't want to be here. That's like my favorite part. Narcissists don't want to be here because they have to have their masks. So it's like Authenticity City is like, hey, you can come here, but honesty reigns. And if you're not okay to be honest and naked with yourself and everybody, because everybody here is naked, everything here is authentic. There are no masks. There are people who really want their masks because they are that ashamed of themselves for a reason. So there's no criminals because they need their masks. Really fascinating psychology, isn't it? So yeah, Authenticity City is like, and because it's abstract. Yeah, reciprocity. The psychology of reciprocity. When you see, you do. Monkey see, monkey do. And we are the same wiring. So when you see everyone being honest, you will be drawn to be honest. When you feel the honesty and the raw truth, you drop all the delusion. It's like that moment in Harry Potter when they're going down into the Gringotts Bank and there's that thing that drops onto them that completely eliminates all spells and magic. That's Authenticity City. Because reciprocity evokes honesty. Honesty begets honesty. And it's a full psychologically safe place. So people walk into here abstract-wise, and you can't wear a mask here. You don't need to. It's a place that celebrates raw truth. It's the place where there are no closets because you're safe to step out and say, I'm gay. I'm poly. Look at that, no consequence. Because it's psychologically safe. Really fucking awesome. No consequence for honesty and truth. So yeah. All right. I think I am done with my comfort zone here, my growth zone. I'm starting the transition of moving from my chair over to here. So you're going to see me over the next few, for a while now, bouncing between the two. And you know, every time I'm in my corner, it's because I want the safety and security of what's familiar. It's like I just didn't want the BS of all the obstacles. And it's like, okay, I'm going to push myself and I'm going to grow. I've got this audio mixer.
Yeah.
Audio mixer.
Confused about it?
No, I'm not confused about it. I grew up in a sound room in the church where I grew up. Ooh, look at that, a trigger. It was in the church. My father ran this massive sound thing, an equalizer. And equalizers.
You can hide the dock if you want to.
No, I just have mental work to work on.
Okay.
I wish I knew how to use an equalizer. It's one of those things I've always wanted to learn, but I have trauma associated with the equalizers. So oh, there it is again. Trauma. It's like, oh, I'm looking at all my little, yeah, I can see all my little signals going off, which means like, here's the trigger and here's me and I'm do. And it's like, oh, that's a danger zone. So I just need to work on it. And then I will be able to ease into the world of equalizers. And I easily have access to so many of them. And I just need to, I would love to be able to do it. I would love to be able to comprehend sound. And the problem is I'm going, oh my God, that's tech. And it's like, it's not tech. Yes, it is. No, it's not. It's physics. Oh, there's my workaround. It's physics. Let's play with physics. I can do that. I can work with physics. Physics makes me happy. And that's part of the anxiety that I have is sitting down with OBS. It's been a really, really fun 48 hours. My son started off with, Mom, you need OBS. And I'm like, no, he said this to me weeks ago. And I'm like, no, I'm going to be closed-minded and enjoy my comfort zone. And then I'm starting to get into this Dungeons and Dragons game with my own broadcasting, and it was unanimous. Like 4 different resources came to me and said, you need OBS. And I went, okay. So we get OBS up and running, and my son's like, what do you know about OBS? And I went, I can spell it. That's it. I can spell it. OBS. Look at me go. OBS. I can spell it. So, and I see this audio mixer and I went, it's like, it's okay, Anna. It's all right. It's just an audio mixer. And I'm going, but I don't understand it.
It's yours.
Desktop audio. See, why isn't that moving?
Because your desktop's making any audio. The audio is actually coming from your mic, and you're not playing anything on your desktop like a YouTube video.
Oh, wait, can I make my own music on this? Like,
Yeah.
can I play my own D&D soundtrack while I do games?
Yes. If it's copywritten, then you won't get paid revenue from it or anything like that.
Oh, okay. Well, I know I want copyrights anyway. All right, so.
That video at least. The rest of your content, if it doesn't have music or anything.
Oh, I can get my keyboard up here and I could be like jamming with my keys.
Yeah.
I don't jam. I play Beethoven. It's like I'm jamming with my keys and I'm like, what am I? I don't jam. I don't jam. I have so many people who are like, oh my God, you play the piano, let's jam. I play Tchaikovsky. I play Schumann.
Make your own music.
I compose my own music. Yeah. I don't jam. I can improv, but I don't do jazz. Oh, jazz was so much fun. But yeah, I admire and respect jazz musicians. I could do a whole video on just the admiration and the respect because music theory. Okay, so when you get into music theory, you're over here. This is the world of tonality. And then atonality. Jazz is here. Bernstein is here. Sondheim is here. Schoenberg is here. Schoenberg is the father of atonality. So Schoenberg, Bernstein, Sondheim, jazz. So and I got like the tonality I got down. I got tonality down. I'm like, I get tonality. And then we entered the world of 12ths and augmented sevenths. And I just went, oh, holy shit. Oh my God, the 2nd and the 7th, oh my God, like holy fucking shit. And I get it. And I'm like, whoa, the jazz chord. This is awesome. And then to improv, because that's all jazz is. Jazz is 100% improv. Jazz is nothing but improv. I've got to say that. It's 100% improv. You can't compose jazz. You cannot compose jazz. It's all improv. But it's improv without rules. And they make it sound good. So I'm just going, there is more structure. There's all structure with Beethoven. There's rules with Beethoven. There's synchronized. It's like, okay, when you compose with tonality, it's a ballet. Everyone has a place, everyone has a position, everyone's on stage. You know what everyone is doing at all times, and you rehearse. Imagine improv ballet. But let's throw out ballet. Let's change ballet. Let's make it modern dance. Let's take Bob Fosse. Let's take 7 Bob Fosse and put 7 Bob Fosse on stage with Robin Williams. Go! That's jazz. It blows my mind. I'm just going, Bob Fosse meets Robin Williams, boom. And they improv all in sync, and they make it look good. And I'm just going, fuck, son of a bitch. You know what I really loved? Whose line is it anyway? That is like, I grew up doing nothing but my own renditions of whose line is it anyway. But it wasn't theirs. It was my make-believe. So you know how most children start off with make-believe and then they're beaten down until they abandon make-believe? I didn't abandon it, which is why I was beaten. Bottom line, I didn't abandon it. Everyone else was busy conforming and I went, never! And I kept it. That's why I was beaten, is because I kept my nonconformity. They did not break me. They did not break me. So I was 12 putting on these massive make-believe plays. I was 15 and still doing make-believe. I was 18 and still doing make-believe. I had some really weird shit that I was make-believing at that age. So I just never abandoned the world of make-believe. It's like, no, this is mine. You can't take it. A revolution. And I kept it. And then I wrote books and I wrote no, oh my God, me and imagination, we go way back. We go way back. So while everybody else was having it stripped out of them and thrown away, I'm like, you can't do it. You'll never take me alive. So I got my imagination. And I would just do these massive improvs. I would do sleepovers. I would have sleepovers with girlfriends. And I would make them do make-believe performances of improv. I would be like, no, we're going to do this. We're 15. Yes, let's do it. And we would pretend house. We would pretend doctor. We would do all of these make-believe scenarios, except they kept getting more complex. We ended up doing our own drama series and our own soap operas. I did my own soap operas. So that it kept going and going and going. It was wonderful. And then when I ran out of friends, I wrote books. There is a meme going around right now that cracks me up in my feed. I've seen it like 18 times because it keeps getting cycled over. And it works like this. I've decided to do my own Dungeons and Dragons campaign with my own plot. And I'm going to make it a one-man show. ... And then I realized that this is called books. and it's like, yeah, that's exactly what my fantasy novels are. It's a Dungeons and Dragons campaign. And yeah, like book. Okay, so this is my world. Make-believe is my world. Make-believe is my world. So I have this whole thing laid out. And then I saw whose line is it anyway. And I went, they're just doing what I do, except they got friends. They got friends. I need actors in my life. I need actors in my life. This is really what I need. I need friends who are actors. I've never had that in my life. I did when I was in drama class. But they didn't improv. We did a cast party once, and we did a murder mystery cast party. It was for Music Man. Was it Music Man? Or was it Oklahoma? It was Oklahoma. It's when I did Oklahoma. Oh my God, I love theater. And we were finished with Oklahoma, and we had the cast party. My God, this brings me back. And we were all given silent assignments with an agenda. and there was a murder that took place, and there were two families who were feuding. I belonged to neither family. I was the murderer. No one suspected me. It was like, and of all the cast, I was the quietest, I was the shyest, I was the most like, no, and everyone thought I was a goody two-shoes. So I announced that I was basically for the other side, and I was a double agent. And they're like, look, they think I'm one of them when I'm really one of you. And no, it wasn't. And then I would have it, they think I'm one of them when I'm really one of you. And I'm like, you know who I think did it? And I gained their trust. Oh, psychological manipulation. I gained their trust. I fed them intel, both sides, playing each other against each other. You know who I think did it? I think this person did it. This is what I think. And then I went over here, you know who I think did it? You know what they told me? They told me this. You know what they know? They think this. I think there's a leak. You know who that leak is? I think the leak is this person. And they believed me. So when it was all done and said, they could not figure it out. They had like 5 different people that they picked out. They were all over the place. And they're like, I did it! It was me! And they were just like, no! I trusted you! You all trusted me! Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was like one of my favorite, cast parties were so much fun. All right. I see these controls. I see fade. And I'm like, fade? Fade to black? What does this mean? Fade?
Transition setting. You can also have it cut.
I can cut.
Yeah.
I can swipe.
So if you have cut and then you swap to another tab, so click on cut.
Cut.
And click on another tab and watch this.
What's it going to do to them?
Just watch. See how it just instantly cut?
Interesting.
So if you do swipe, fade, it fades.
Interesting. All right, this is going to be fun. Ready? We're going to swipe now. Ooh! Peekaboo. This is awesome. Now, can they hear me? Ooh, let's try this out.
They can see all of it when you're in
La la la. They can still hear me, right?
Yeah. See how your mic levels are bouncing?
So they just can't see me.
Yeah, this is the scene. It shows everything. Yeah.
Fascinating. Fascinating. The tools that I can use.
There should be a mute button.
And this is the duration?
Yeah. So
what's MS? Is that milliseconds?
Yes. That's how long.
So I can be like 1 minute of fade out. What if I do 5 seconds? I want to do 5 seconds.
I think it has to be milliseconds.
All right, I want to do 8,000 milliseconds. That is what we call a slow fade to black. Oh, we're going to do this. We're going to totally do this now. Ready? Ready? Slow fade to black. Fascinating. Oh yeah, this is going to be so much fun. All right. Let's break
Fade
this
to
down.
300.
Right, but that's too slow. Ready? I feel like this is a Hitchcock film. You know, slow fade to black.
And you don't have to just click on the intermission one. You could click on any of
This is going to be so much fun for my Dungeons and Dragons game. It was I! I set the house on fire. Like like this is something I can totally use. Like this is so much fun.
Yeah.
The possibilities.
So when you're on Discord talking to people, they're not going to be able to see this. Only the people on YouTube are going to be able to see this.
Okay. What about Twitch?
Well, yeah, it depends on the service. So yeah, Twitch, YouTube, whichever one you're using right now.
I want to do Twitch and YouTube at the same time.
I think we can do that. We just have to figure it out.
If anyone out there knows how to pull that shit off, let me know, because I want to do it.
Someone on Reddit 9 years ago probably does.
I have controls here. Stop streaming. Auto stop. Start virtual camera. Well, what the fuck am I on? What's a virtual camera?
I don't know. I never used that setting.
What the fuck is this shit? I have so many questions. A virtual camera? As opposed to what? I have to Google this shit now. What's a virtual camera?
Are you going to keep streaming while you do this? Or?
Yes, absolutely. This is called authenticity. They got to learn this shit with me. This is what real looks like. I'm not going to do this whole, I'm in my makeup, I'm going to present to you all of my polished self. I don't do polished. Polished is bullshit.
You say as you tell me to close my door, that way I don't see my messy room.
That's your authenticity, not mine. Hey, that's my mess. Yes, that is my mess. Oh wait, I got it. Yes, that is my mess. That is my authenticity, not yours. Studio mode. Whoa.
Yeah, that's just telling you how you're like gonna view yourself in the transition.
Quick transition. Oh, this is so much fun. I feel like I'm a director and an actor all at the same time. All right, I want to get studio mode off. Settings.
Oh, there's a lot of settings.
All right, this is going to be, all right, and then there's exit. All right, I don't want to touch exit because God knows what would happen then, you know?
It would close out the software and you would probably lose.
Precisely!
Yeah.
All right, so, all right. I'm going to keep doing this, like learning the tech. It's going to be, there's going to be a transition. There's going to be smooth. And then once I have the resources, I'm going to upgrade camera, upgrade lighting, upgrade sound. I'm going to get, like that bedroom, the one with the white door is going to be turned into my studio. Not a bedroom, a studio. I'm going to sleep in my studio. It's going to be one of those things. So I cannot wait until, oh my God, I cannot wait. I'm going to go totally out here while I'm in my studios. I'm looking at some of these YouTubers and some of these like podcasters and I'm like, whoa, I can't wait because I'm so grainy. I don't want to be grainy anymore. You don't want me to be grainy anymore.
Most people don't have their cameras when they're that not detailed to be the whole screen because they can just minimize it and it would be compressed. So
you know what amazes me is I have freckles. I never noticed I had freckles before.
You have freckles all over your body, so do I. Like your arms? On your shoulders, man.
Oh. Interesting. Didn't realize I had freckles on my face.
I didn't realize they could be on your body, but I have them on my arms and stuff.
Interesting. All right. All right. I think I'm all set with this. I'm going to go ahead and close it down. I'm going to do my whole fade to black again. Oh, yes. I'm definitely enjoying that. That's like, oh, happy day. All right. All right. I can definitely pull this off. I don't know if I can ever do my people's eyebrow with the other eye. Let me try it. I can't do it. I cannot do my people's eyebrow with the other one. No. I can't do it. I cannot do it. I have no idea how to do it except for the one.
You look like you have anger issues when you do that.
Oh, that would be awesome if everyone just expressed anger through a people's eyebrow. From now on, everyone must express anger through their people's eyebrow. All right. If you love shit like this, why wouldn't you? Like, subscribe, follow, comment below. Let me know what part of the show resonated with you. And take a look at the city directory, which is my Linktree account, which is my abstract map of showing everything that I have available, except for my map. I have an actual map, so you can like open it up and be like, oh, there's all the 5 pillars of what we have at Authenticity City. I wrote it out today. It's heal, learn, play, create. I love it. That's it. That's it. Those are my